Hello, MMA fans, it's me, second episode of MMA Low Down. I'm just going to go over post-fight for UFC 108. Actually, a far better card than what I thought it was going to turn out to be. Some good fights. First fight, I'll go over my predictions. First one I predicted Santos and Yvel. I predicted Santos TKO in the second round, and it was actually TKO in the first. It's the old saying, really, every fight stands up, and they were both gonna bang. It was as simple as that. Santos looked like the more crisper striker. His punches were a lot sharper, and well, caught Yvel with a big left hand and just jumped on him. The referee stopped it, and that was about it, really. Next fight was Miller and Ludwig. Was over pretty fast. I predicted the third round submission for Miller, and it was actually a first round armbar. It was, like I say, it was over pretty quick. Miller dropped him with a big left hand and just jumped on him, grabbed an arm, and just about took it home with him. So it was all pretty quick. Good fight though. Stout lose on. This was absolutely probably the fight of the night for me. Lose on in the I predicted the second round submission for lose on, and actually it was, like I say, it was fight of the night. Lose on in the first round, he tried to get this crazy submission, and he just seemed to roll and roll and roll and roll. I thought he was going to get a Kimura out of nowhere, but they got back up, and after that, just Stout was just dominated with some really good stand-up. Probably, I would say, Stout's best performance in the UFC so far. So, I think that was fight of the night. That it was real good show of stand-up. I mean, went to lose on stopped him by unanimous decision. Lose on never backed down. He kept coming and coming and coming and coming, but Stout answered with some good striking, fast stands. So I give you props to Stout there. Actually, he did well. Next fight, Hezlet Daly. There's a reason why I call that bloke Semtex. I was very surprised that Hezlet decided to stand up with him. They never really traded. It was a very tentative start. They were both trying to feel each other out. But once they got in, one big left hook from the counter hook from Daly, and that was it. Night. He just dropped him. Just absolutely. He's a beast, this bloke, and I have a funny feeling that he's going to be the bloke that takes over from Daly, Hardy in the welterweight division. I think this bloke could knock GSP out. GSP's been stopped with punches before from Matt Serra. If Matt Serra can stop him, I think this bloke could knock him out. Never been tested on the floor, but if he can get a good takedown defence and use a wrestling to keep it stood up, this bloke could dominate the welterweight division. Absolutely knock them all out. I would like to see him fight maybe it's Josh Koscheck or Anthony Johnson next. That would be a good matchup. Next fight was Silva Evans. Phil Evans, class. Absolute class. Used his wrestling to perfection. He looked a lot like GSP, came in with some fast strikes, straight strike takedown. Never did a lot on the floor though. See what takedown, and Silva got back up. But won by unanimous decision, and it was just unanimous. It wasn't exciting. He just, like I say, straight takedown. His takedowns were perfect. All Silva could do was get back up. The last round, Silva just dropped his hands and sort of think, let's go, let's go, let's go, and he caught him. And I was very surprised, and he just swarmed on him because he nearly dropped him, and he just seemed to let him get breath back. I don't know if because Silva's, you know, his arms were heavy and he was tired, but it was a good fight. I'm a bit worried though. Machida caught Evans and he seemed to rock him. Silva caught Evans and rocked him. That's the second time, twice he's been hit and he's been rocked. And I just wonder if I'm starting to worry about Rashad Evans' chin. And I think if he fights someone like Rampage, who could keep the fight stood up, and you know Rampage has got some heavy hands, I think Rampage could actually beat him. I think I think he's got a suspect chin, but that'll be to see another date. That was just basically, it was just unanimous. Everything else after that was just, you know. Another fight that was on the prelim card, Martin Kempman, he fought well, he was just dominant, good striking. I think that's it for the post-fight really. A couple of other things, that's really pissed me off lately actually. I mean, I like Frank Mir, but why the hell he beat Nogueira, fair enough, wins the interim title, fights Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar absolutely annihilates him. Fair enough, so his next fight, Frank Mir, he fights Chep Congo, knocks Chep Congo out. Then he gets another title fight straight away with Sean Kerwin. Why does Cain Velasquez have to beat Chep Congo, Ben Rothwell, and 3 other guys, and he's still only number 3 contender? Sean Kerwin beats 2 or 3 guys in UFC, gets a title fight straight away. In my eyes, this title fight should be, if it's anyone, this for the interim title, Cain Velasquez and Sean Kerwin. Frank Mir should have gone like Rashad Evans did, lost his title, went straight to the bottom of the pile, has to build his way back up. Rich Franklin, when he got beat by Anderson Silva, went to the bottom of the pile at 3 or 4 fights before he fought Anderson Silva again. Why did Frank Mir get a title fight straight away? And I don't know if anyone would shed some light on this. If you want to comment or just send me a video back, whatever, you know, subscribe to this. But that really did annoy me yesterday. The other day when I heard it on MMA Live that he was going to fight Kerwin. Another thing, they're on about scrapping the weight limit of the heavyweights to no 265 pounds, and I think everyone's for it, but I just think it's ridiculous. If everyone's for that, Brock Lesnar comes back, that man cuts to 265 from 280. If he cuts to that, what's he going to be like if he doesn't have to cut? There's no one going to beat him if he comes back. I just think that'd be dominant for Lesnar. There's no way if that happened they'd get Fedor in the UFC. I know they're struggling now, but there's just no way if next year or the year after, whenever his contract finishes with Strikeforce, he would never come into the UFC, and if he did, I think he'd fight at 205. But that's in the future. So yeah, that's about it really for this episode of MMA Low Down. Like I say, subscribe. I'm gonna do another one episode next week. Subscribe, comment, tell me what you think. So that's me signing off. See you later.